about you? 4 more shots, please.
Yeah, I'd love to talk a little bit about Four More Shots. So, Four More Shots is a series that, if any of you guys have watched, the American television series Sex and the City, you'll have a very similar vibe slash take when watching Four More Shots, please. So, Four More Shots is ensemble cast of 4 women, where 3 of them don't really have stable jobs, but they wear their designer clothes, they drink copious amounts of alcohol every night. They're just going out. They're exploring the city, just like you would see in the TV show. And at the same time, the characters kind of have like these shallow lives, right? They spend the day, kind of just filling their time with whatever, maybe prepping for the weekend by shopping for clothes, getting a new outfit ready. Weekend comes, maybe it's even a Thursday, and they just plan for a weekend of events, hopefully to maybe find some love interest in their lives and whatnot. And this takes place in Mumbai. For me, that I'm not as familiar with some of these cities, I take Mumbai to be one of the big cities where it's pretty common to go out. Mara, is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. And this is what people do. You go to work, go out. But for some reason, 3 of these women do not have stable jobs, and one of them is a lawyer. So I've been following the story from season 1, and season 1 was, an introductory to their life. They always meet at this bar called Truck Bar, which is run by Pratik Babur, who's called Jay in the series. And Jay in the first season had liked this character amongst the 4 girls. And then, in the second season, they decide they're going to go out. And then she breaks up with him because she dates another person. And then she gets pregnant with that other person. And over here in the third season, she's had a miscarriage and she's back with Jay. So Sayani Gupta's character Damini is the character that is together with Jay, and they have this relationship where she's pushing buttons, but she's not getting intimate with him, and that's kind of frustrating Jay. Character of what's her name, Anjana. Anjana is played by Kriti Kulhari, who has a very complicated relationship with her ex-husband. Her ex-husband has moved on, married again, and has a kid with the other lady. But they kind of get into a spot once and they kiss. And the new wife comes to know that he's kissed his ex-wife, so she throws him out of the house, and he comes and lives with her and their kid. So she starts dreaming of getting back with her ex-husband, only to have the wife come back and take him away. So there's a big heartbreak in the end. Then, of course, there's Bami G, who plays Umang, who is bisexual, by the way, but she keeps her life under shadows. In the last season, we saw that she liked this film star called, I'm forgetting the name of the film star, but she was played by Lisa Ray, and she's in love with Lisa Ray. But Lisa Ray, being the actress, just pulls all the shots for the relationship. So she actually runs away from the altar, thinking that Lisa Ray was going to control her life if she ends up marrying Lisa. So she's broken up with Lisa, and she's trying to move on, and she has a fling here, a fling there. And then she decides that she can even sleep with a guy, and the guy is her yoga instructor, Tim Saurabh. So this entire series is really full of these women, their relationships, their work life, a little bit, but mostly, the promiscuity of their lives in the relationships that they have. Now, Damini, as I said, she's dating this bar owner, Jay. She pushes him. She, as Jay says, bulldozes him into moving in with her. And the moment he moves in with her, she ends up having an affair with a one-night stand with her client, who's played by Rohan Mehra, a very suave Rohan Mehra. He's a politician. He's trying to, revamp dirty politics. And she falls for him, and they end up having a one-night stand. And she actually ends up telling Jay about it, and they break up again. So there's this heartbreak. On the other hand, the 4th character, and that character we start the entire season with having a lot of empathy for this character. And this is the character played by Manvi Gagru. And this character is called Siddhi. She loses her screen father, and her mother is really pretty and young. And her mother is played by Simone Singh. She plays the mother and her mother, and she, they're trying to deal with a lot of loss. And while dealing with the loss, there are family friends that want to come and be latching on them, or they're people that approach them to have them invest their money somewhere. Luckily, the fathers left them enough money for them to survive. But they're dealing with all this harassment, the mother and daughter, while they're trying to get over the loss of the father. And at that point in time, she starts going for a financial literacy class, the mother, and she meets somebody over there, and they strike up a good friendship. And Manvi's character, Siddhi, just doesn't understand. She thinks her mother is gonna get duped by this guy as well, because they've had this experience. So she gets a little protective. And in this entire process of getting protective of her mother, she actually becomes a very nasty person. She this is her friends as well, but they understand her, so they stand by her. But she's literally very nasty most of the season. And then she finally realizes how nasty she's been, and she apologizes. But relationships are not about people getting together. Relationships is about people getting comfortable. I thought I liked that end to the series. But apart from that, the story doesn't move any further. It's just like Sex and the City, where you get to see amazing clothes. They never repeat clothes. You get to see them in bars and parties, and but what you see is this kinship between these four women that stand up for each other, come what may. Even if one of them is dissed, wrong, nasty, the other three come back and support the person. So I think if you game this weekend, this is a breezy show to watch. It's called